Alright, class, for test 3, I'm going to do the review for that fairly quickly. If you have something that says that you have 200 and 3/10, the way you write that is 200.3. The next one, if you have negative 0.394, and you need to write that as a fraction. First thing you have is negative 394 over 1. You count how many digits there are past the decimal point. 1, 2, 3. But then you need to simplify it. So divide both of these by 2, and you're going to get 197 over 500. And remember that, keep that negative sign. The next one, if you have something like 371.090, 371.009, which one of these is greater than or less than? 0.09 is greater than 0.009, so this would be greater than. If we have 3.897 and you need to round it to the nearest tenth. The nearest tenth is right here, so you look at the next number. This one is bigger than a 5, so it's going to be 3.9. Next, if you have to add a bunch of numbers, 348 plus 0.41 plus 68.02 plus 54. On the test, they're probably going to be horizontal, side by side, so just put them vertically. It makes it easier to add. 1 plus 2 is 3. 4, 8 plus 8 is 16, plus 4 is 20, carry the 2, 2 plus 4 is 6, plus 6 is 12, plus 5 is 7, so 17, carry the 1, and we have a 4, 470.43. Next, let's say we have x squared when x equals negative 0.7. So we're going to put negative 0.7 squared. And that's going to be negative 0.7 times negative 0.7. Negative times negative is positive. 7 times 7 is 49. We have 2 numbers past the decimal, so we're going to count 1, 2, and it's going to be 0.49. Next, let's say we have 26.8x minus 12.0 minus 14.9x plus 27.6, and we have to add like terms. 26.8 minus 14.9 is 11.9x. We have 27.6 minus 12, so it'll be plus 15.6. We do not go any further because these have x's and these two don't, so they aren't like terms. Next, we have something like negative 7.950 times 1,000. The easiest way to do this is just move the decimal over however many zeros there are. So 1, 2, 3. We have negative 7950. Sorry about that. I heard a ding, so I thought it was the camera going out. Next, let's say we have negative 6.3 divided by 0.00 or 0.09. What we'll do is change it into long division. 0.09 into negative 6.3. We know we're going to have a negative. We want to move this decimal over so that there aren't any numbers after it. So 1, 2. We did that. 1, 2. So now we're going to have 9 into 630. So we have negative 70. Next, let's say we have x minus y when x equals 4.3 and y equals 0.83. So 4.3 minus 0.83. Put a 0 here, that's going to be a 7. 12 minus 8 is 4 and 3. 3.47. Next, we have negative 20 over 25, and we need to make that into a decimal. So it's just going to be 25 into negative 20. Keep that negative sign. It's going to be 0. I'm going to put a point here. And 25 is going to go into 28 times. So we get our answer negative 0.8. Ratio of 70 to 80. What we do is 70 over 80. But we need to simplify that. Divide both of these by 10, and we get 7 over 8. If we want 2.6% as a decimal, we're just going to move our decimal spot 1, 2, move it here. That equals 0.026. If we have 75%, again, we're just going to move our decimal 1, 2 spots. That's 0.75. Then let's say we want 73% of 54 is what number? All we have to do is 73% times 54 equals x. Remember, whenever you see of, that means times. There's going to be a bunch of ones where you have to do conversions. I'm not going to go over any of those. All the conversion factors that you need are going to be on the test. So when you set it up, just say whatever you need it to be in on top. So let's say though that we have 1 yard equals 3 feet, and it says that we have 6 feet. How many yards is that? What we're going to do is 1 yard and 3 feet. Just set this up so that whatever you want your answer to be in, that's what's going to be on top. These feet cancel, and we're going to get 6 divided by 3 is 2 yards. Okay, remember that when you see the word less or more than, that, or how many more than, how many less than, that means you're going to subtract the two numbers. The circumference of a circle, if we have a circle and it's asking for the circumference, that's basically the perimeter. It's going to be 2 times pi times r. Pi is 3.14. It would As for the area, it's pi r squared, and r is the radius. For the circumference, you could also say pi d if they give you the full diameter. For a rectangle, this is width and length. Area equals length times width. Perimeter equals 2 length plus 2 width. And let's say that we need to know 1/2 of 3.6 is. Remember, of is multiplication. So 3.6 times 1/2 is 1.8. If you ever see 1/2 as one of the multipliers, just divide whatever you have by 2. Okay, now let's say that we have something like 1 pound, 7 ounces, plus 3 pounds, 12 ounces. And we need to add those together. We'll add the pounds, 1 pound and 3 pounds. That's 4 pounds. And then we have 7 ounces plus 12 ounces is 19 ounces. But there are 16 ounces in a pound, so subtract 16 from this and we get 3 ounces, and so we add the 1 pound, so our answer will be 5 pounds 3 ounces. Make sure you do that. Again, it won't be written on this problem, but how many ounces are in a pound is on one of the previous questions. Alright, let's say that we have 8.4 plus 9.9 times 8.6 minus 3.4. Do what's in the parentheses first. So we get 18.3 times 5.2. Say 18.3 times 5.2. We're going to get 366. 915. Add these. 95, 16. And we have 2 numbers past the decimal, so we bring the decimal over 2 spots. Let's say that we have 6 times x minus 1.3 equals 9.3. First thing we do is distribute this 6 because we can't do anything of what's inside the parentheses. So we get 6x minus 7.8 equals 9.3, because we have to multiply this 6 times everything that's inside here. Now we just solve, bring the add, because we have minus here, so we're going to add 7.8, 17.1 equals 6x. We're multiplying here, so we're going to divide both sides by 6. These cancel. X equals 2.85 when you work that out. You will have to divide that out using long division. Next, let's say we have 1.3x plus 3.4 equals 0.8x minus 2. We want all the x's on one side, all the numbers on the other. So I'm going to subtract 0.8x, and I'm going to subtract 3.4. when we do this, 1.3 minus 0.8 is 0.5x equals, we have minus 2 minus 3.4, so that's negative 5.4. Divide both sides by 0.5. X equals negative 10.8. Make sure you keep your negatives if you have them. Next, let's say we have x plus 2 over x equals 7 over 5. When we have two fractions and an equal sign, that's when we're going to cross multiply. So 7 times x is 7x equals 5 times x plus 2. We have to distribute the 5. So 7x equals 5x plus 10. We want all our x's on one side, so I'm going to subtract the 5x. 2x equals 10. Divide both sides by 2. X equals 5. Next, let's say we have 4x over 2 equals 5 over 4. We're going to do the same thing. 4x times 4 is 16x equals 2 times 5, which is 10. Divide both sides by 16. X equals. We could say 10 over 16, but we need to simplify it. We can divide both of these by 2, and we would get 5 over 8. Then let's say that we're going to make some kind of some recipe where it says that we need 2 scoops for 6 cups, and we have 20 scoops. How many cups can we make? What we're going to do is 2 over 6 equals 20 over x. So we're going to keep these together. We see that we had scoops on top for this one, so we're going to put scoops on top here. So we have 2 times x is 2x equals 6 times 20 is 120. Divide both sides by 2. X is 60 cups. Next, we'll have something like 65 is what percent of 50? So is means equal. So I'm going to say 65 equals, when we don't know the percent, just put x over 100. Of again is times 50. Because we're doing with percents, we have to divide everything by 100. So we want x by itself. Let's get rid of this 100. Since it's being divided right now, let's multiply both sides by 100.